So what's acceleration? Acceleration simply means rate of change of velocity with time. So what do I mean? Let's say you have a body at point A going to point B. So when the body is beginning to move from point A, the initial velocity is u. And then when it gets to the final destination, the final velocity becomes v. So the change between this position is v minus u, the final velocity minus the initial velocity. But because it has to do with rate of change of velocity with time, because time is involved, we divide the difference in velocity or the change in velocity with time, and that gives us the acceleration. Acceleration is simply rate of change of velocity with time. So when velocity changes with time, acceleration is produced. So I can cross multiply this to have my v minus u equals at. This times this. So I can make v the subject of the formula. So my v will now be u plus at. So this is usually the first equation of motion. This is simple, the simplest to prove. Now take note, when this journey is taking place between the point A and B, initial and final velocity, there's an average velocity during this journey. So the average velocity becomes velocity of initial to added to final divided by 2. So the average velocity, which I will call v prime, will be v plus u divided by 2. So we're going to use that later on. Okay, so this is for velocity and acceleration related together with this equation. So how do we get the second law of the second equation of motion? Okay, take note that when a body is moving from point A to point B, it has a velocity. And that velocity is the average velocity. And this is the distance covered, which I will call S, over a period of time. So take note that your speed is simply your distance divided by time. Okay, so if I replace this speed with velocity, average velocity, v1, I'm going to have my distance, which is s, divided by time. So my distance, which is s, is now my average velocity v1 multiplied by t. The distance traveled from this point to this point is my s. The average velocity taken by the journey is v plus u divided by 2, and then over a period of time t. Now take note that the average velocity, which is v1, is this, and from this equation here, I can make t the subject of the formula. So from this place now, my t will be v minus u divided by a. So that becomes my t. So I will now substitute my average velocity, this equation, and this equation into this formula. So my distance now will be average velocity v plus u divided by 2 multiplied by v minus u divided by a. Okay, so this is difference of two squares. V plus u, I made in one of my video that if you have a plus b multiply a minus b, it is simply a square minus b square. So what is going to happen here is going to be v square minus u square divided by 2a, and that will be my distance. So if I cross multiply, I'm going to have my v square minus u square give me 2as. For this, multiply this. And you can see that I can make v square the subject by saying that my u square will be added to 2as. So this becomes the second equation of motion. So we're able to derive this from time, from acceleration, and then from average velocity. Okay, so this is the first and the second. How do we get the third equation of motion? So please follow closely. Let me clear one part. Now take note that this equation of motion, v square equals u square plus 2as can be derived from this. Now take note that my v here, my v is simply u plus 80. So I will use this v here and substitute inside this equation. The v square equals u square plus 2as. I'll use this v here and substitute here. So I'm going to have u plus 80 all squared will give me u squared plus 2as. Yeah, so I'm going to expand this. If I expand this, I'm going to have u plus 80. Let me open it well. U plus 80, and that will be u squared plus 2as. So this will be u times u squared, u times 80, u80. This other 80 times u80. 80 times 80 will give you plus a squared t squared equals u squared plus 2as. So this is invariably u. So I'll cancel out. So this u squared will take this u squared down. So I'll be having this will give me 2u80 plus a squared t squared to give me 2as. And if you look at the equation, a is common. So this a will go down. This a will go down. One of a's here will go down. So I will have 2ut plus a t squared equals 2s. So if I divide both sides by 2, take 2, take 2, and take 2. 2 will take this 2 down. This will go down with this. So my s here will now be u multiply t plus 1 over 2 a t squared. So this becomes the third equation of motion. So it's not something you have to cram. Just go through the video again. You'll see how they are proved.